I'm having I'm better than I was, but not as good as I will be, which today equates, um, bit of a left hip, bit of a right, above the knee, the muscle up in the back, upper, above the in the thigh, above the knee, up in the, anyway, I'm doing the best I can today, which is not as active as Lucky would like, but you know, it is what it is, right? And, went down, gave him as much of a walk as I could, and then as we were crossing the bridge behind Marina Towers back towards the rear gates to come in, I saw a woman from behind, red shirt, longer gray hair, but although it was gray, it was youthful. The hair had a flip of some nature, you know? I mean, I don't really know how to describe it. And she was a good bit up ahead of me, and then I walked to go in our gates, you know, the first one. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, and then, but I'm obviously not going to step it out because I'm doing what I can do, right? Ah. Ooh, peppermint. And, so we're kind of walking parallel to each other this way, with her coming in towards the building and me going in towards the gate, and she comes to the second gate, and, you know, we're kind of eye to eye for a second, and then she closes the gate, and I thought for a second, just for a second, it crossed my heart, please leave the gate open, I'll close it behind me. But I didn't. Wow, and what a story metaphor is that in hindsight, right? And so I came in the first gate, then parallel back up into the immediate back gate, and then chat with a friend. I chat with a friend while he was painting the wall for a minute, right? And you know, this striking woman, even from behind, I don't even know how to say it, there was just a presence, even at a significant distance, there was just a presence about her. And so I go up and I'm talking to my friend as he's painting the men's locker room door on the outside, and she goes off and stares at the water for a while, and then walks back. We've got these little tucked away gardens facing the front, facing towards the water, and I kind of, I sitting there chatting for like 10 minutes, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, however long, right? Bit of a solid conversation, as long as my leg could take. And, she was kind of in my situational awareness bubble, right? And as we were walking, hobbling, back up towards the door into the building, she went in. I'm like, huh, okay. And again, each time I saw her, there was just, I could, if I was given a photograph, I couldn't point her out because the distance was so far, but still, it was just a presence, right? And yeah, of course, she had a red shirt on, and red stands out, but yeah, a lot of people have red shirts on. But I think it was much more so how she carried herself, how she walked, how she just, so I'm hobbling my way across the terrace, and terrace level, and she's got the elevator, and I'm like, please hold the door, ma'am. And she's like it wasn't even a thought, like she was already in motion to do it before I even said it. And so it's the three of us, myself, Lucky, and her, riding up on this elevator. And for the first time I see her close enough to see her, you know, and I do my little analyze thing without any filter at all left, you know, and I'm like, you look so peaceful, you look so, I even forget what I said, but she'll remember what I said, and I remember hold on, now this is important. Like, you look so peaceful, you look so at rest, you look so calm. What is your trick? And she said, Jesus. And my hand went to the cross that my fellow veteran gave me yesterday morning, and cross that was handmade out of spoons by the Amish. My hand went to my cross, and I crossed the elevator to her, and I hugged her. She hugged me back, and I could feel her body smile around mine. And as she exited the elevator, I turned to her and I said, thank you, because just seeing you today, thank you. And she just, you know, and wow. Really not even sure what that means, because this literally just broke as I was saying that. I mean, in this, pretty sure my friends had this a long ass time, so everything about her felt right to me, except the label of Jesus. Everything I felt emanate from her was calm, peaceful love, where everything was right in herself. And I guess maybe I've just been squeezing this so much in the past 24 hours. There were two things, and this was minutes ago. There were two things that I carried out of that elevator when we got to the top floor, my floor, and I got off. Ooh. First and foremost, I knew what to aspire to. You know, I watched Daredevil last night. And loved it, and felt represented by so many characters in it. But also, hey baby, you want more hot dogs. Hold on, luggage priority. Hold up. Oof. Shit. Good boy. Okay. I left that elevator profoundly knowing two things. One, that I wanted to be like her. I wanted to be like her. And for a person who lived an entire life without ever having met a role model, in those 10 seconds, or whatever it is for the elevator, right? I met a role model because I want to be like her. and ha, what do you get for a, 30-something infant, 30-something toddler? Good question. I lived an entire life without ever having met a role model, and then I am gifted with the love of my life. And I began to see so much more. And the woman with red glasses, purple, red, the woman with red glasses who was wearing a red shirt. I want to be like you. I want to be what I have faith I am becoming. That realization led to the realization that Devil Dog, I know you have what it takes to handle. I know it is who you are in your heart to stand up for what is right. That's why you would come home and put on another uniform. But until this moment, it has been my human inadequacy and lack of faith to feel that anyone should carry the burden Actually, I'm just going to say it is not anyone's responsibility to carry such burden. It diminishes us, it devalues us to the mission, and it's beside the point. I choose to own. Some cultures call it a sin eater. I remember the first Shambhala meditation, the first outreach I made to more deeply understanding Buddhism and meditation was a group in College Park, Maryland that were wonderful people, and just everything about the experience was wonderful, except I was not yet ready to be that person. That entire sect of Buddhism believes their existence is to absorb that which is sin, and to within themselves make it into love, releasing it back into the world. And this was like an actual broken glass sit down. This was an actual breathe in hate, breathe out love. Actually, hold on, that was my dysfunction. It was also very unique because it is an open eye meditation, which is something I've recently in the past couple of months been trying to merge with it, whatever, being a geek again. It is an open eye meditation where you focus on a distance right in front of you. Like, for example, my leg's out right now, so I'm just going to focus on my toe. Focus on the tip of my big toe. And in focusing on my toe, I allow myself to see everything by looking at, through, and beyond the tip of that sock. I am observing all. So it is an open eye, active form of meditation. I wouldn't really say active, I wouldn't really say passive, I'd say neutral. This is obviously because I feel that I am meditating right now as I speak. So, this is something I'm suddenly realizing that this is what I have been doing while I walk with Lucky. Then this is what I started doing while I drive, which has made me such a better driver. I mean, I've always tactically been, yo, if the shit goes down, we want you behind the wheel, what, fucking caveman behind me as we're racing into Lille, and he's got the SUV, I've got the fucking manual shifter bus, and I draft that shit around a gravel corner so tight. He's behind me and is like, damn, you were inches from creaming that MRAP, and I'm like, yeah, but I didn't, Caveman, from that moment and onward, said that I was the only person he would allow to drive his baby. 'Cause damn. And by allowing myself to see it, through, and beyond, I expand my awareness to become even better. And yet, while staying in that point of focus, I remain calm. I remain clear. Daredevil, the boxer father. I remember when I first started learning about telegraphing movements and stuff, right? Yeah. Welcome to psychology. Because if you see enough and are quiet enough and aware enough, we actually telegraph all kinds of things. Things like people cutting you off, things like I have practiced to the point of being so aware of so much. I can tell when somebody's thinking about changing lanes because of how their hands move on the wheel. Yes, my brain damage has quite literally removed an ability to filter. So I see everything, I hear everything, I feel everything. And yes, it is very easy to just, and it is very, the the further out we go, the further in we gotta come so that we can move forward. And that is such a beautiful setup. Oh, meditation. Let's try Shambhala. Breathe in hate. Release love. Breathe in negativity. Release kindness. Breathe in sin. And release love. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But it's worth it. It's possible. And you deserve it. You deserve peace. Because we are God's children. I have never seen that woman before. I may never see her again. Maybe she's visiting, maybe she's a tenant. Maybe she was a fiction of my imagination. Maybe it was my subconscious pushing me to elevate myself through the next door and up to the next level. Who cares? Because to me, she was an angel. And thank you. Because we are all God's children. We all deserve such peace. And we all have it within us. Not only the ability, but the drive to be angels. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because within that, I see I am one of many of God's angels. And together, we meet at the crossroads. Thank you. Because part of that conversation I was just having downstairs with my friend painting the door. I have faith and feel that God, the creator of all, the holder of all, and the will of all, with the multiple meanings that the word will has. Which is so much more funny, ironic, and obvious. Because the man's name is Willie! And I was just telling him how I have faith. I'm not meant to hurt anymore. I'm not meant to struggle anymore. I am not meant to carry such burdens. And that which I have never said to anyone other than the CID and Talil, and even we didn't get the opportunity to have that conversation go very far. It will die with me. Because it was my human failing to think we had to fight to end transgression. Up until this moment that I am sharing with you, I don't know if I knew or not, but I certainly hadn't yet accepted. It is no longer my role to scream injustice. It is merely my role to love and to lead as I rebuff transgression. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Oops, caught my shirt. The Buddhist thing. Thank you, God. I get it. I listen. I love. And it is not my burden to carry, because it is yours. All I need do is learn, love, and have faith. And within the past hour, God sent me an angel to help me understand that. Thank you. I've come so far and been through so much. Thank you. Because what is it? I forget the whole phrase. Because at the crossroads is our heart. Because hold on. If I'm gonna do this, let's do this. Dog chain wrapped around my hand, never to be let go. At the crossroads is where we meet through our hearts. Thank you, God, for sending me an angel. And may peace be with you.